What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? I posted a video about a woman who talked about ending a relationship and breaking off an engagement because she did not feel the connection. It got a lot of traffic. A lot of people had a whole lot to say. I figured I would extend this conversation to you guys on YouTube and Facebook, because I think that we still need a little bit more understanding here. The woman said she didn't feel a connection with this guy, although he checked all the boxes. She said he was a praying man. He loved God. He loved her, treated her good, adored her. He was handsome, educated, all of that stuff. He checked all the boxes, didn't even have kids. She said that she just did not feel the connection. Her family was asking a lot of questions like, what happened? And she said she just could not explain why. She just didn't feel the connection. And then she had an epiphany. And she said she made an analogy about leaving this guy to buying shoes. She said that she was talking to the women. Have you ever been, I guess she was talking to some men too these days. But anyway, she talked about, have you ever seen a pair of shoes in the store? And they were the right style, the right color. The heel was the right size. They were on sale. And, you wanted to get them, you liked them and everything, but it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. You just couldn't see yourself wearing them or whatever. Okay, fam. First of all, I know where y'all going. I know some of y'all going crazy in the comments. I looked at this many ways. I posted this a couple of days ago. So I've had time to really process this. When I first heard her talking about it, all I could think about is, damn, how do you find a mate who checks off all the boxes and still you're unsatisfied? The connection. As one person put it on my Instagram, sometimes rejection is protection. Sometimes when we want somebody who don't want us, we're actually being protected. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Because imagine had she went along in the relationship knowing that she didn't really feel a connection to this guy, and she ruined his life because she wasn't the woman that she purported herself to be. Imagine how, if they had kids, how much different that relationship would have been with kids. Perhaps she want to raise the kids a total different way, and she don't have no understanding for him. She don't want trying to hear nothing he's saying. Perhaps they end up breaking up and they tear the family apart, and the kids will have psychological issues when their dad is no longer in the home. So perhaps she dodged a bullet, perhaps dude dodged a bullet. But I still just can't help but think, how do you check all the boxes? It is very difficult to check all the boxes. So in my opinion, he did not check all the boxes. She didn't talk about finances, which is a big deal in relationships. Is that something she held back on? She didn't really want to divulge that information to us? I don't know. She didn't talk about the sex box. How good was the sex? That's a big deal in relationships, especially young relationships. Relationships where people are in their prime, where people are actively having sex. Sex is a big deal. She never mentioned it. So she talked about all these other boxes, but she didn't talk about sex, and she didn't talk about the finances. So was she purposely holding those two things back, and perhaps she was embarrassed to talk about how she really felt because she felt like maybe she would get some criticism? We don't know. All we know is what she offered us. But what say you, fam? I'm still baffled. How do you check out all the boxes, and a person checks all the boxes, and you're still not satisfied? I don't really know if I've ever met a woman who checked all the boxes. I think all of us have to understand that there is to check all the boxes, in my opinion, you got to be perfect. And I don't know if anybody checks if we're going to really just be honest with ourselves. I don't check all the boxes. So if we're going to be really, really honest with ourselves, I just don't think there's anybody that checks all the boxes. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all, fam. I don't think there's a woman out there for me who checks all the boxes. But that's okay. The good news is she don't have to check all the boxes. Just the right boxes. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.